Alfred Lord Tennyson used to live in Highbeach before he became a famous poet. So those creatives among you will no doubt be drawn back here again and again. And as Tennyson put it, returning on thy silver wheels. Now, I had to come over here and meet Lee and Joe because there was a whole crowd round the bike. Now look at this, a superb Harley Davidson. How old's this bike then, Lee?
1942.
1942. This is actually the prime Harley Davidson. This is what started everything off, isn't it?
Yep, they all copied this one, yeah. They still do today, yeah.
It's amazing. So how long have you had this bike?
1990 I bought it.
And where on earth did you find it?
It was a chopper. It had been in the hands of the Hells Angels and I restored it back to what it is now, you know.
How did you find the parts for this?
It's not as hard as you might think. There's a few guys in London that sell all the spares, and there's plenty of people in Holland that have got anything you need, and it's a phone call in 4 days and it's on your doorstep.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Apparently the Dutch AA used these after the war. They bought up everything that was left from the army and they used them out there as the AA bike. So there's hundreds of them out there, or thousands. Yeah.
It's superb. It must have cost you quite a lot to get it together though.
Well, it's taken so long you don't add it all up, do you? I wouldn't like to think. It cost £2,000 when I bought it.
Wow.
In 1990, and I suppose I've spent at least that again. But in dribs and drabs, you don't notice.
Yeah. So what's this about the dice?
Yeah, the dice is on the top of the gear changer. This bike's actually got a foot clutch and a hand gear change, so it's almost like driving a car. And the only trouble is you can never put your left foot down because they call it a suicide clutch. If you take your foot off the clutch, you're away. You've lost control.
Oh, that makes it a difficult
Well,
bike
yeah,
to
9
handle.
out of 10 people can't ride. Well, 99 out of 100 people can't ride these because of the foot clutch. It does take a while to get used to. That's the only reason why he had a little spill, was because he tried to put his foot down and it went, you know.
What sort of bikes have you got sitting at home?
BMW R1100 RS.
Ooh, that's gorgeous.
And an XBR 500.
Very nice. How long have you been biking for?
1956.
Crikey. So you are an experienced man.
I'm a born again.
Right. So how long did you leave it before you...
20 odd years.
Really? That's a long time.
And I've been riding since 85, I think. 84, 85.
So what's the oldest bike you've ever had?
A 1952 Vincent.
A Vincent? Oh, now you're talking.
25 pound delivered on the end of a chain on the back of a lorry. Because it didn't go.
So you had to rebuild it?
No, just cleaned out there. On the Vincent there's a little jiggle wire that keeps the oil supply clear, and it wasn't there, so it just flooded with oil every time they used it. So I put new jiggle wires in and away it went.
Before the bikers came here, you got the cyclists. Before the cyclists, people rode in on horseback. Highbeach has been attracting people for ages, literally. There are venues all over Britain that could be really good meeting places, with excellent facilities, refreshments, great roads, scenic views, but only a handful of those really become popular for whatever reason. And those have a certain magic, a real atmosphere, and a sense of togetherness that you really have to experience firsthand. Take good care of yourselves, and maybe I'll meet you at the meet.